Well, hello everyone, and welcome once again to Markham's Arkham, where today I am discussing the 1998 film Dark City, directed by Alex Proyas, and starring Rufus Sewell, Kiefer Sutherland, and Jennifer Connelly. And let's not forget, last but not least, William Hurt. 1 year before The Matrix changed science fiction forever, another film explored reality as a manufactured illusion. Bombed at the box office, confused audiences, and nearly disappeared. However, today many film fans consider Dark City one of the greatest science fiction films ever made. Synopsis: a man struggles with memories of his past, which include a wife he cannot remember in a nightmarish world no one else ever seems to wake up from. But is it really his past? So, why did Dark City fail? Dark City came out a year before The Matrix and explored many similar sci-fi ideas as the blockbuster smash. In fact, a number of films in the late 90s also delved into this same idea and similar storyline, David Cronenberg's Existence, as well as The Truman Show. But with The Matrix being so close behind it, just following 1 year later, it seems that Dark City went down the memory hole and was just swept away. Early trailers were ambiguous, which kind of makes sense actually to the plot of the film, but I think that's why it didn't get a lot of attention. It was high on my radar as soon as it came out, to the fact that I didn't even realize it was such a box office failure. And it was also surprising with a company like New Line Cinema behind it. I mean, what were you guys doing? Where was the fucking promotion here? Still, it's unfairly overlooked. And why? Because this film ushered in the introduction of the concept of false realities and things around you not being what they seem ever at all. Ever, right? Kind of like today's reality, totally false and fake, and you gotta wonder what is real out here anymore and what isn't, right? Maybe they were trying to tell us something back then. Nonetheless, Dark City broke ground on concepts that were the first of its kind. It came before The Matrix and had all the same ideas that The Matrix addressed, right? So I hate the comparison game. I don't want to fucking compare this movie to the fucking Matrix. I like The Matrix. I love this film. I'm not going to do that. However, a lot of people unfortunately do. So if you want to make your fucking comparison, the only thing I would really say is Dark City came first, so The Matrix ripped it off. End of story. So what made Dark City unique? Well, it was the first film of these types of films to introduce this idea to audiences, for one thing. And then it was, conceptually speaking, the first part of the Matrix trilogy. The second being the Wachowski Starship 1999 film, of course. And the third would be David Cronenberg's Existence. So fuck the Matrix trilogy. You've got your real trilogy right here. All three films dealing with insidious machines that can erase one's sense of identity and rob them of their agency. Each film also dealing with the Cartesian notion of an existentialist manipulator attempting to distract their selected victim from the truth of the world. So, why has Dark City survived until today? Well, that should be obvious to anyone who's seen it today and anyone who is a fan of the film. It was original and ahead of its time. And these style films, the look of this film, the sci-fi-ness, I mean, it went to cult underground status almost like within 6 months of leaving theaters. And once adorned with that moniker, people tend to seek it out. So they're going to find it. They're going to keep it alive. So why did they miss it in 98? Well, the marketing kind of sucked. It had a great studio behind it and well-known star power at the time. However, New Line, like I said earlier, missed the mark with this one. The timing of the release, if this had come out a few years sooner, I think it would have done better in the box office and would have stuck more in the minds of the audience instead of living in the fucking shadow of the Matrix, as unfortunate as that is. Also, because this was a new concept at the time, to a lot of common audiences, this was a confusing premise. They couldn't grasp the concept yet. They just didn't get it. So what did it do exceptionally well? Production design, incredible. Absolutely represents what it intends to. With the noir atmosphere, retrofit all the way, like a blend of 50s style nostalgia with a technological modern edge. The whole style screams retro. Well executed noir, atmospherically and visually. The London feel with the city design, a tip of the hat to its influence. And the world building concept in this film is just outrageous as compared to other films of this style. The strangers constantly rearranging and adding to the world in their quest to discover the human soul, moving people around, giving them a new identity, a new reality. Hence the humans being tormented by who they really are in this film and who they remember being, because their memories are being constantly changed. They're constantly being given a new identity. Not all of them, but some of them. It's like a select thing. When the strangers are building the world, they move people around to give them a new life, to see if they would adapt to that life if it's not part of their actual latent nature. Performances, Rufus Sewell, great. Really grasped the idea of confusion and dealing with the idea of wondering who he really is, whether his life is really what it is. He's awesome in the sense that he's got these powers. He's got the same powers that the strangers have in this film, and he can absolutely manipulate and control this world, and he learns to through the help of Kiefer Sutherland, who also gives an incredible performance as the jittery, stuttering, slimy little weasel-like doctor who ends up doing the right thing in the end. And this is an opportunity to display his diversity as an actor. William Hurt, of course, do I need to say anything? Smooth, excellent, cool, calm approach and delivery. I mean, fucking, it's William Hurt. Richard O'Brien, excellent as the stranger, the benefactor of the cookie cutter style and design of that race in this film. Watch the film, you'll see what I mean. So no one here seems to question the reality they're living in until Sewell's character comes along. Like, why is it dark here all the time? How is it these beings can move and rearrange reality? Much like the insanity of the reality we're currently existing in, that it seems most people don't even question. Some do begin to question the reality in this film though, like what's going on, and start to realize that their past can't be remembered and everything seems fake. Parallel that to what's going on in this asylum today, where everything is fake and a major joke, like a goddamn three-ring circus. Cotton candy for the crowd to keep them distracted, people. A UFC fight at the fucking White House? Come on. Hey, maybe we should just all go fucking try to find Shell Beat. And with that said, I thank you all for being here. Tell Rufus, Kiefer, William, Richard, and the strangers. Tell all the confused, insane, would-be nefarious presences in and around you, and trying to limit the structure and freedom of your life second by second on a fucking daily basis. And don't forget to tell Alex. And once again, thank you all for being here. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. It's free. Doesn't hurt you unless you get an electric shock when you hit the fucking button, which do you? If you do, you better go switch your device. Turn it in for a new one. Anyway, until next time, thank you all for being here. Peace.